She can join by Zoom in the courtroom with you.
Okay, that's fine.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good morning. This is the February 12th, 2025 civil trial, non-jury trial calendar. I'm Judge Tammy Long Hayward. This is State Court of Clayton County, courtroom 304. I'm ready to call the calendar. I understand that there's someone, okay, the courtroom. All right. So the first case on the calendar is Student Loan Solutions versus Tiffany Williams. Student Loan Solutions versus Tiffany Williams.
Summary judgment, default judgment was issued on this case, Judge. It's closed.
All right. UHGI LLC plaintiff versus Samantha Metellus. Next case is UHGI or UHG1 LLC. That's Victor Newmark is the attorney, and Samantha Metellus, Stephen Koval. Anyone here on that case?
Case got reset, Judge. All parties was excused.
All righty. Bankers Healthcare Group versus Gregory Taylor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Terkessa Manigo here for the plaintiff.
All right. Good morning, Ms. Manigo. Is this a default?
Yes, it is, Your Honor. It's a loan default.
Okay. Do you have someone who is going to testify as to the unliquidated amounts?
No, Your Honor, I do not. We submitted in lieu of testimony an affidavit from the custodian of records from Bankers Healthcare Group.
Okay. Affidavit has been submitted. Oh, 1 second. Oh, here we go. All right, so summary judgment was granted on January 31st, 2025. You all have submitted an affidavit. Please tell me the amounts that you prepared in your affidavit.
Yes, Your Honor. We prepared the sum of the on the day of default, the principal sum or principal balance due, which is $93,295.43. And then in our complaint, we also were seeking prejudgment interest of $18,659.10.
All right, any attorney's fees, court costs, any of those?
Well, I see in the complaint we're asking for attorney's fees, but I don't see where there was a specific amount that was listed for attorney fees. So I can't request that today because I don't have specific information. And we are requesting the standard court costs in this case, Your Honor.
All right. All right. So the court will grant $93,295.43 in principal, $18,659.10 in prejudgment interest, and court costs.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. If you, I'm sure you have already submitted an order for the court signature. Is that correct?
I'm not sure. I'm actually covering for Brian Claude, who was the attorney of record. So I will get with him today and make sure that has been done. And if not, I'll ask him to submit that ASAP.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's my last matter and concludes my business. May I be dismissed?
You may. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
All right, so the next case on the calendar is, I'm sorry, that was Bankers Healthcare Group. Next is Citibank NA, Citibank North America versus Melissa Ming Burnett.
Good morning, Your Honor. Carla Keith for the plaintiff in that case.
All right. This is default or summary judgment.
Yes, we submitted a motion for judgment on the pleadings, but if the defendant is not here, I would move to strike the answer and enter default.
All right, one more time, Melissa Ming Burnett. Okay, she's not answering, so court will grant a default in this case. You have
Judge,
liquidated damage.
I'm
Hello?
sorry. The plaintiff failed to file a military service affidavit. I don't know if that's still required at this stage, but they did not initially file one if we're giving judgment on the pleadings.
Miss Keith, do you all have the military affidavit?
I can get one submitted.
Okay, since they didn't appear,
Yeah, it's technically a default at this point.
go ahead and submit the military affidavit with the, did you do an affidavit for cost or did you have someone to testify?
No, damages are liquidated in this case.
Okay. All right, so go ahead and submit your military affidavit.
Okay. And I'll
All right.
submit that with a proposed order.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right.
All
Thank you.
right. And that's all I have. May I be excused?
Yes, ma'am, Ms. Keith.
Thank you.
Velocity Investments, LLC versus Charmaine Page. Velocity Investments.
Hey,
Is this Ms.
Char-
Page?
yes, ma'am.
All right, may I see you, please?
I'm trying to cut. Oh, there we go. I was trying to cut it off. Okay.
You hit something. There you go, Ms. Page. Don't touch the screen. All right. Hold on, let me go back to All right, so last call for, I don't see anything from Velocity saying that they weren't going to show. Okay, at this time, Miss Page, Velocity Investments, no one has appeared for Velocity Investments. So at this time, the court will enter a dismissal for warrant of prosecution.
Thank you. So is there anything I should do moving forward?
Just continue to monitor your mail because they may, they may try and serve you again, but a dismissal for warrant of prosecution is generally not a dismissal on the merits. So they may, but they would only have one other time to try and bring the lawsuit back.
Okay.
All right. So, but you'll get a copy of the dismissal.
Okay. Is it a time frame that they can come back?
It depends on when the statute of limitations would have run. And so we'll, if they file something, we'll look into all of those things.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I can leave or can I be dismissed? I'm sorry.
Yes, yes, ma'am, no problem.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, so the next case on the calendar for the 11 o'clock calendar is Mount Zion, I'm sorry, 3110 Mount Zion Owner, LLC, excuse me, versus Regira Coffin and Sakima Coffin.
Yes, ma'am. Sakima Carson is here.
All right, and 3110 Mount Zion owner Ashley Martin. Anyone here on behalf of 3110 Mount Zion? All right, Ms. Powell, Ms. Now, do we have anything from the plaintiffs in that case?
Let me double check, Judge. One moment, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ashley Martin, ready for the plaintiff. You're having some technical difficulty over here.
I'm sorry, who?
Ashley Martin, ready for the plaintiff. We were having some
Okay,
difficulty in the court.
can you just come up to the computer in the courtroom?
Yes.
All right, Ashley Martin is here on behalf of 3110 Mount Zion owner, and Miss Sakima Coffin is here on behalf of the defendants. This is a dispossessory. So Miss Coffin, so I'm going to have Miss Martin present all of her information at this time, and then you have the ability to question any of the amounts or issues that she has presented. And then once you've done that, if there's something that you wish for me to hear, then you can go ahead and present that information, okay?
Your Honor,
All right.
if I may, I've been advised by my client that I do have permission to enter into a consent agreement with her. Is there, I don't know if this forum will permit mediation.
Sure. Ms. Coffin, did you wish to speak with Ms. Martin so that maybe you all can work something out so that the court, if I were to hear the case, I would issue a judgment in their favor based on whatever they present? That is a possibility. So did you wish to speak to them about maybe a resolution short of me hearing it? If you all don't come to a conclusion, that's fine, I'll hear it, but y'all may be able to work something out.
Okay.
Here's the
That's
other
fine.
thing too. Like, I don't know if you're still in possession of the property, but this is one of the things where I'm young, but y'all could work it out. I can only give you 7 days to vacate the property. So that's the most I could give you. They can negotiate more than that if that's what y'all agree to. So sometimes that's an incentive to kind of talk to them.
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'll put you, because Ms. Martin, I think you're the only one in the courtroom who needs this accommodation. I'm going to go ahead and put you all in a breakout room. Once you have finished speaking, you can come back out of the breakout room and let me know if you all have reached an accommodation. Deputy, if I'm going to set up the breakout room, once I put them in there, if you'll just kind of facilitate Ms. Martin getting in and out, that I would appreciate that. I'm going to put you in breakout room number 1. So the courtroom and Ms. Ms. Coffin. And so Ms. Coffin, you'll see an invitation pop up on your screen, okay? However you activate your screen, so you see the information, the pop-ups and everything, if you got to touch it or if you got to move your cursor, when you're ready to leave the breakout room, just reactivate your screen, then you'll see, it'll probably be in blue, I think, leave breakout room, okay? Or return to main meeting. It's going to be one of those. All right, I'm going to open the rooms now and you'll get the invitation.
All right.
All righty. Thank you. All right, Deputy, go on in. All right, and the next case on the calendar, that was the last case on the calendar. So let's go back over it for Student Loan Solutions versus Tiffany Williams.
That case was default judgment was awarded to.
Yes. And then Metellus, I don't think either party appeared for that. Is that correct?
It was reset. All parties were excused.
Okay. Bankers Healthcare, that part, Miss Keith appeared on behalf of Mr. Cloud. She has to present a military affidavit, but she's also presented an affidavit of cost. Oh, I'm sorry, it's liquidated.
So Bankers Healthcare Group is submitting a proposed order. They don't need to submit anything else but the proposed order. And Citibank is going to
She
approve.
said the damages are liquidated. So she has to send in the military order.
That was Citibank.
No, wait, that was Citibank? Which one?
Yes.
No, Bankers Healthcare is the one where Miss Keith was present.
No, Miss Maningo.
But she said she was here for Miss Cloud.
Yes.
Miss Mingo was here for Citibank.
I respectfully remember it differently, Judge.
Okay. All right. We'll look at the recording
Okay.
because you may be right. And nobody showed up for the plaintiff on, wait a minute. Nobody showed up for the plaintiff on Velocity Investments.
Yes, ma'am. So DWOP.
Okay. And 31, I mean, you're probably right. We did she said the only reason I'm saying that Miss Keith was here on Bankers is because she said she was here for Brian Cloud and he's the attorney on Bankers, but let's check that.
Okay. Yes, I'll double check it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm still on. This is the attorney that was appearing for Brian Cloud on Bankers. What was that?
Oh, I'm sorry. So Miss Powell, of course, because she's younger and she's right. Miss Mingo was the one who was here for Mr. Cloud.
Yes.
And you're right, Miss Powell. Just I didn't take good notes on this.
Well, we're a team. Thank you, Amigo.
You're welcome. And it's Manigo. It's okay.
All right. Miss Manigo, are you from South Carolina?
How did you know that I was born in South Carolina?
Because Manigo or Manigault,
Yes.
Manigault, there's several spellings, but I've only heard it in the Low Country.
That's correct.
My mama lives in Mount Pleasant.
Oh, okay. My mother was from Georgetown, South Carolina, not too far. And my father was born in Conway, South Carolina.
There you go.
Yes,
I saw that name and I was like, oh, that's Low Country right there.
Definitely.
All right, now we'll get that information out to you. Take care.
Okay, and I did want to ask you a quick question about that, Your Honor.
Yes,
I am appearing for Mr. Cloud, and I did see that they requested attorney fees, but I did not have the exact amount. Is there
then
any provision?
He needs to send an affidavit if he still wants them.
Okay, an affidavit showing the breakdown of the attorney fees and the amount being sought?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And it's my first time appearing before you, so it was a pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure meeting you too, ma'am. Look forward to the next time.
Yes. Have a good day.
All right. You too. All right. So that we're just waiting for Miss Martin and Miss Coffin to come back, and that should conclude. Thank you, Miss Powell, and thank you for letting the judge know, like, I'm standing my ground, Judge. You wrong.
No, they're not wrong.
I'll be right back.
Mind things, okay.
Your Honor, we have reached, whenever the court is ready, a consent on position 6 for Ms. Coffin.
The court is ready.
And I'm sorry, she's having technical difficulties as well. Could you bring her back from the breakout just so she can hear the terms of the agreement?
1 second. Oh, there she is. All right, Ms. Coffin, can you
Yes,
hear me?
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so Ms. Martin has announced that you all have reached an agreement. Ms. Martin, did you all need to present something at a later time?
I'm happy to just share for the record the terms of the agreement with the court.
All right,
And so Ms. Coffin has agreed that she will vacate the premises on or before February the 24th, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. And she understands that a writ of possession will issue on February 25th if she's failed to comply. Your Honor, here we pled for possession only, so we're not seeking a monetary judgment at this time.
okay. All right, so this is my understanding. She's gonna vacate on or before February 24th, 2025 by 11:59, and then the writ may issue on February 25th if she fails to vacate.
That is correct.
All right, and it's possession only.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you so much. If you'll go ahead and send in an order to with those terms, we'll go ahead and get that signed for you.
And Your Honor, that's what I was going to ask. Which clerk should be receiving that order? I'll send a copy to Ms. Coffin as well.
Yeah, you can send it to Ms. Powell, Kiera Powell.
Okay. Ms. Powell, do you mind putting your email address in the chat?
No problem. I'll do that right now.
All righty. All righty. Did you have the opportunity to get that, Ms. Martin? I'm sorry, you're muted in the courtroom. Debbie, if you will let her look at the chat.
I'm writing it down right now, Your Honor.
Okay, good.
Okay, and then may I be excused?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I will be
So-
taking that order over later today.
Thank you so much. That concludes the calendar for civil non-jury trials until 1 p.m. So Deputy, our courtroom is down until 1 p.m. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
All right, I appreciate you. All right, so we will be back at 1 p.m.